Bonjour, folks, and welcome back. Well, I needed that to wake my ass up. It's been a while, but I'm here to do another movie review. And to apologize for my long term viewers, it is not the Nosferatu remake. That one's coming. That one is coming, I promise, eventually. But I'm actually here with on time, actually, for a current year movie review. And I have just came back from a special screening of, well, it was actually a private screening. I'm pretty sure the movie's in theaters now, but, uh, you know, but this was, for me, this was a private screening. So I'm also still wearing the clothes I wore to work. I got the call on the way home, so I said, "Oh, okay, sure, all right, I guess I'll go to this," because anyway, uh, yeah. So I got my coffee because I need it. I walked away. Well, let's just say I was very dissatisfied. But without further ado, this is my review for Jurassic World Rebirth. For those of you who do not know, Jurassic World Rebirth is now the 7th entry into the Jurassic Park franchise. I'm not calling it Jurassic World. Fuck that shit. Normally, how I do my reviews is that I kind of break down the good, the bad, without tackling spoilers, unless I genuinely hate this fucking movie, and I usually will then spoil the movie because I don't really give a flying fuck after that. But all right. I'll tell you what. I'll be fair. I'll start with the good. Uh, there, the cinematography in this movie is really good. However, well, unfortunately, much like my opinion of the movie Prey, good cinematography doesn't always make a movie. But I digress. The cinematography in this movie is really, really good. Like, I believe they filmed this movie in Thailand, if I remember correctly, as opposed to the other films who had mostly filmed in like Hawaii. But the setting works. Thailand, the Thai jungle has a very prehistoric feel to it, and that's something that I actually kind of appreciated for it. And there are some cool sequences with some of the dinosaurs. Like, there's obviously the river raft sequence with the T-Rex. That's actually really cool and kind of shows the T-Rex being a little bit more mobile and diverse in how it moves. But this is something that you can literally see in like trailers, because you really, like, I guess this is one of those. But yeah, if you've seen the trailers, you've seen this part of the movie. I don't know. The T-Rex is my favorite dinosaur. Always has been. Always fucking will be. So I'm a simp for the T-Rex. That's my thing. And that's about all I have to say for the good. Yeah. This movie's fucking boring. I really don't know what else to say. I I just wasn't entertained. And I mean, I guess spoiler alert. they go back to doing the whole hybrids thing again, and that shit got tired. And Fallen Kingdom, which that movie kind of also sucked. You know, I'm gonna be real. I didn't like. I thought Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was meh. It's just kind of so. Uh, Dominion fucking sucked, and personally, my address to a lot of movie critics and dinosaur YouTubers. I want to say fuck you guys for pretending like Dominion was a good fucking movie. I hope that check that was given to you by Universal to shill for that fucking movie was worth it, because that movie fucking sucked ass. This movie, though, it's just fucking boring. The plot sucks. And not once did I ever give a fuck about the characters in this movie, nor their whatever the fuck their motivations were. I'm trying to remember. I think it had something to do with finding some kind of fucking cure-all or something like that. Is the fucking plot? I don't remember. It just kind of there were parts where I was starting to kind of fucking nod off, because I was just like, what the fuck even is this? Like, I just wasn't entertained. And I say that as a dinosaur guy. Like, my whole life, I've that is, it's the one field of science that like, paleontology is the one field of science that I'm most versed in. Like, it's actually, like, I don't know, like, that was actually the first career path I ever wanted to get into. Like, long before even music and stuff like that. Like, that was my end game. I wanted to be a paleontologist. Like, I love dinosaurs that much. Hell, that's honestly something I would still love to do. It's just, I don't think I'm particularly smart enough for it. But after watching this movie, like, you look at, the Jurassic Park trilogy, you look at the Jurassic World trilogy, like, Jurassic Park 3 was kind of meh. Like, Jurassic Park is the fucking GOAT. And I loved The Lost World Jurassic Park. Again, Jurassic Park 3 was kind of meh. And then Jurassic World came out. And that, to be fair, it's ultimately, when you break that movie down, it's a generic monster movie at the end of the day. However, there was enough, like, member berries and nostalgia there that it made me feel like a little kid again. Like, it made me feel like I did being a little kid and going to theaters in 93 to see Jurassic Park for the first time. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I rank about the same as Jurassic Park 3. It's just kind of meh. And then Dominion fucking sucked. Quite frankly. This movie is boring. Like, it's fucking boring. Characters are interesting. The plot's dumber than fuck. And you don't give a fuck. Like, a couple cool sequences don't really make much of a difference. I believe, like, Gareth Edwards, the guy who directed Godzilla 2014, the first film in the MonsterVerse, is the guy who did this movie. And it does show in parts. Like, the guy can do cool set pieces, no doubt about that. And he knows how to capture scale. But he is not a good storyteller. And that's why, like, I almost kind of want to issue a statement to the guy. Even though I know dude's never going to fucking see this review, I still feel the need to say what I have to fucking say. And, like, after getting home to do this review, I saw a headline from the guy where he said something about audiences are just not excited to see dinosaurs anymore. And I wholeheartedly disagree. Dinosaurs are cool. But the thing is, a shitty movie is still a shitty movie. And I don't know if this guy is either out of touch or he's just being disingenuous. Because to sit there and say that, because like I said, you can put dinosaurs in a shitty movie and it's not going to make the movie any better. And implying that it's because people just don't like aren't excited to see dinosaurs, as opposed to admitting that maybe the movie just wasn't good enough, is like that's almost an insult to the audience. And once again, it's another reason to say fuck you to Hollywood for even having that kind of disingenuous thought process. Either be honest with yourselves and admit that your movie's fucking blow and it's not the concept of one thing, but when in reality it's just the execution was piss poor. And that is the problem with this movie. It's not the dinosaurs, it's the fact that this movie just fucking blows. Dinosaurs are cool, but a boring, trash ass movie is a boring, trash ass movie. And that makes no fucking difference in the end. Those of you who are new to my reviews, I always do the traditional 1 to 10, 1 out of 10, or scale of 1 to 10 kind of overall score system. And then I state based on that whether or not I recommend, whether it's I don't recommend. Well, actually my lowest score is fuck this movie. And my praise for the movie comes in the form of highly recommend. And it is with great sadness that I have to rank Jurassic World Rebirth as a 3 out of 10. I don't recommend this movie. In fact, I feel like it would be incredibly dishonest and disingenuous of me to do so. And there's already been enough of that with this movie. If you're curious about seeing this movie, wait till it hits streaming services. I'm glad I didn't have to pay for this movie. I am grateful to the people who invited me to this screening. Thank you for saving me money. Although I'm sorry that you had to spend yours. And if I have to issue a closing statement, one final statement about this movie, they really should have stopped after the Lost World Jurassic Park. As far as I'm concerned, there's only 2 Jurassic Park films, and it's Jurassic Park and the Lost World Jurassic Park. Everything else had no reason to fucking exist. And I think, not to be cheesy, but maybe I think it's time for this franchise to go extinct.